Do you guys want a heel turn? Well, WWE are giving us the top 30 ranked heel turns of all time. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. But you want to know my biggest heel turn? We can talk about John Cena. We can talk about Hollywood, Hulk Hogan. I think the biggest heel turn ever in the wrestling business is WWE and how shite the product got and how they try to just blatantly lie to us, rewrite history, especially with lists like this where they name all the recent stuff, all these crap turns, they pretend that it's among the best stuff of all time. Even when you see like, oh, the SmackDown's top 25 moments and it's got like 10 moments for the past 4 years when SmackDown's been absolute garbage. You're lucky if they even include like 2 things from the Attitude Era. We see WWE do this all the time. Even when it comes to like, oh, who's the best Intercontinental Champion of all time, and they'll rank like shite people from today, and they try and tell you that today's era is better than ever. They try and tell you that Michael Cole is the best commentator of all time. So you want to talk about heel turns? I think the biggest heel turn is this sellout fucking company that just started giving us a shite product and then lied to us and basically says, enjoy it or fuck off.
That's what they said. I'm not happy, folks. I mean, a couple of days ago I was ready to go through it. Now I'm ready to go through it. He's absolutely throbbing, but you know what? No, it sorts that. No, it's a big pack of anodyne for that. Burying these fucking talentless bastards.
Yeah, this is the best form of paracetamol you can get.
Aye, so let's kick off at number 30. All right.
Yeah, so we're going to go through the list, 30 through to first, then we're going to give our thoughts on
We'll
it.
also talk about the ones that aren't on it at the end. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I could literally say about 10 million, but...
Yeah, we will. So this is WWE, by the way, that have came up with this list, and WWE have also titled these lists. So this is not our words. We will literally read what WWE have stated in terms of what they have put as the heel turn. And for me, a lot of these are just garbage. But here we go. Number 30, Kevin Owens betrays Sami Zayn. And my first thought was, which one? Because it's happened so many times. And every single one is you've seen coming a million miles away. Every single one has led to the exact same thing with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have a match. And that last time, the most recent one, we're supposed to believe that somehow an unsanctioned match is a step too far and that these guys have finally crossed the line. It's like, no, they do this all the time. This is rinse and repeat. Kevin Owens will turn on Sami Zayn. They'll be friends again in 2 years, and then Owens will turn on, rinse and repeat.
No, it's brutal, you're right. It's like, how many times do you want to repeat this pattern? And they do it like every couple of years. Sometimes less, and you're right, which one's this?
Yo, this would be like Hulk Hogan joins NWO and you're saying, which time? No, there's only one time.
Aye.
Yeah, see when you say Hulk Hogan joins NWO, there's one time. Yeah. See when you say Austin and McMahon join force, there's one time.
Which, by the way, let's just fucking point out, it's not even on the fucking list.
And I don't care, right, if you want to say, well, they don't want to mention McMahon. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't care if it's like they put Chris Benoit numbers 1 to 30. Like, sometimes you just need to mention somebody for the legitimacy of a list. And
no, but the thing is, right, see the turn, I think you've got to factor in the aftermath. And see with Kevin Owens attacking Sami Zayn, as you've pointed out, it's just resulted in them having fucking more turns and more matches. It's crap.
No, yeah, 100%.
It's like, it doesn't even say, oh, Kevin Owens betrays Sami Zayn by run them over. Oh, remember that was very distinctive, that one. For the rest, they're all the same. It's a beatdown, pop-up powerbomb, the fucking apron.
Speaking of...
and people clapping like fucking seals.
Speaking of running over, no Rikishi on this list?
No, not even Kevin Owens, the Festival of Friendship. Which here...
was Kevin Owens' best work?
Yep. Is it in the top 10 of all time? Absolutely not. Is it the best turn, apart from Cena's in like the last decade? I'd say so.
Yeah.
So...
Right, number 29, Nakamura turns on AJ Styles at WrestleMania 34.
This is fucking disgraceful. You want to know why, right?
No, but hold on. Can I ask why do they feel the need to mention WrestleMania 34 when it's the only time I can recall Nakamura turning on AJ, and it would be the obvious one?
Yeah.
But with Kevin Owens betraying Sami Zayn, they don't even mention which show.
There's no descriptiveness.
It's almost like they're accepting all the times.
See Nakamura, AJ Styles, this is my problem with it, right? One, it's shit, and two, it's two guys having a match, and Nakamura boots him in the balls to get DQ'd, and that's it. We can say that's a heel turn, we can say whatever, but the reality is, it's not like a friend turning his back, it's not like a tag team partner turning his back, it's not like this heinous act where it's like, oh my god, he's threw him off a 25-foot scaffolding. It's simply just a match where a guy got booted in the balls and the match ended in DQ. How in the fuck is that on this list?
Yeah, how's it? See,
it's not a moment.
See if that's worthy of number 29. That tells me that heel turns on wrestling are garbage. If that's good enough to make 29.
Think of the history of wrestling, right? How many people have been low-blowed?
Yeah.
We watched 2003, right? Triple H already a heel, but he booted Kevin Nash in the balls, right? I mean, look at Jericho and Mike. Jericho booted Michaels in the balls at Mania 19. All fucking better moments than this. But obviously they're already heels, so we can't really say that it's a heel turn. But I just don't get this.
Shite. Number 28, Tatanka sells out before my time, so I'm not really. I'm not gonna.
I can't 100% confirm it, but I'm pretty sure he joins the $1 Million Man.
Right.
Either way, it's more worthy than other people.
I can't really speak too much of Tatanka before my time. I remember he had a brief stint on SmackDown when he came back in the mid 2000s. But
I had his action figure.
Aye, it is what it is. Number 27, Finn Balor attacks Johnny Gargano. I couldn't tell you when. I couldn't tell you where. Next.
Like, what the fuck? No, imagine having the audacity to fucking tell me, you, and the rest of these dumb bastards that still watch this product, no offence to all yous, because you actually watch us, not the product. But anyway, imagine having the fucking audacity to pretend that Finn Balor attacking Gargano is better than McMahon and Austin shaking hands. With JR screaming, he is shaking hands with Satan himself. No, yo, this isn't a matter of opinion. This is factual.
100%.
That is the ending of the greatest WrestleMania of all time. This is something where I couldn't even tell you what colour a fucking brand or what year it was. This could have happened when they were playing fucking Mario Kart and Finn Balor rammed them off the road. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what fucking. I couldn't tell you what it is.
Could have happened in Ring of Honor.
Aye.
Could have happened in the Indies. Could have happened in Orland.
You notice the way though with all these like these recent ones, it's attacks, betrays. There's no fucking. It's like there's no cool thing happening.
Yep. 26, Bailey attacks Becky Lynch.
I put it on the thumbnail, but I've no idea what happened.
No, couldn't tell you. Just move on. I can guarantee it wasn't that good.
But see, most of these just result or they attacked them to get a title shot. Is that it?
Yeah.
Like, compare it to fucking Michaels firing Jannetty through the barbershop window. That's iconic.
No, 100%.
Even though at the time it's like it is just like it's not a throwaway tag team because it established Michaels, but it's fucking it's insane, man.
Number 25, Mark Henry fake retires to turn on John Cena. This was the pink salmon suit promo. This should be higher than 25, man.
Yeah, it's like a fish out of water.
This was Mark Henry's best work, I think, in a promo. There's some people will prefer the Mark Henry sexual chocolate stuff. No, that was funny. Totally get that. But I think that this was probably Mark Henry's best ever promo of his career.
No, I'd agree with that.
And I didn't see it coming. That's another reason why I think it was a good heel turn. I genuinely felt like he was retiring.
Yeah, and he just the Hall of Pain absolutely should be higher. No complaints with it. Very good, enjoyed it, and you're right. I think it is the best run of Henry's career.
So yeah, for me, Mark Henry. Well, it's after the Hall of Pain, wasn't it? He'd already been world champion at this point.
Yeah, but for me, it's a good moment for him.
This is when he got moved to Raw and you wanted to get in the belt because John Cena had it.
Aye,
basically.
Good times. Hopefully the rest of 25's that.
Number 24, Lita betrays Kane to join Edge. So this is Lita, chucks in the briefcase. But this whole angle had been going on for a year where Kane basically kidnapped Lita and forced her into marrying him and impregnating Lita, and it was like a rapey storyline. And then Lita all of a sudden helps Edge win the match, throws in the briefcase, and all of a sudden Lita becomes the heel despite Kane being this fucking monster. It's WWE. You don't gotta like it,
Yeah,
but
but
you
look how
gotta
interesting
respect
that
it.
sounds.
But yeah, this wasn't just out of nowhere. This was like a big story where Lita finally was like, you know what, I'm actually going to give this guy a taste of his own fucking medicine, and she joins up with Edge. Arguably should be higher up the list. Well, I say no, definitely should be higher up the list.
No, it should be higher up the list, but
And then this went on to create one of the hottest heel couples over the next year. I'd say that was the biggest power couple in wrestling. People will say Triple H and Stephanie, but not for me. I think Edge and Lita surpassed that. To me, I think Triple H and Stephanie,
it's more Triple H.
it's more McMahon. I think it's more McMahon Helmsley era.
Well, yeah, I know.
Rather than the two of them as a unit. This was literally Edge and Lita.
Yeah, it was a faction.
You know why? The Triple H.
Also, it's like Lita. Yeah, Lita's better than Stephanie as well. Like, but you're right. As an actual, just two people as a couple, it was better. You got to factor in that era. I mean, you had DX as well, part of it for a bit. I mean, Billy Gunn got put out not long into it, like. But anyway, 23rd, Sami Zayn saves Kevin Owens at Hell in a Cell.
Now, it's a bit weird that somebody saving someone would be considered a heel turn, but I guess Kevin Owens was a heel here. Can't remember it, can't recall it.
Was this after Kevin Owens betrayed Zayn?
Probably. Who gives shite? Number 22. I mean, unless you want to add something to...
Not shite.
Nah, shite.
It probably won't be the last time we see them.
Number 22, Ric Flair turns on Sting.
I believe this is 95. If my memory serves me right. It's before the NWO. I mean, it was alright, like, but again, it's involving two guys that are fucking goated in a period of wrestling that was good. So, for me, there's stuff on it that's way worse, so I'll put it here.
Right, speaking of periods of wrestling that weren't good, number 21, Tommaso Ciampa turns on Johnny Gargano.
How the fuck is Johnny Gargano on this list twice? We should write to NATO to get this fucking...
That's not right. Like, tell you what, I wouldn't mind putting him on a third time as long as it's us turning on him.
What? No,
and we're throwing him in the casket or something, burying him. 6 foot under.
Where was this? Was this again on Mario Kart?
Don't know, don't care. It's probably NXT Black and Gold. Now here, this is WWE's list, so keep in mind, say what you want. I reckon Triple H is approving this shit.
See at the first 10 that we've done here, what is like industry changing?
Well, the ones that stand out to me is the Mark Henry, the Lita one, and the Ric Flair one.
Yeah, like, I mean, I like Henry. I wouldn't say it was industry changing. I would say the only one really is probably Lita Edge.
Yeah,
so put that to the... I'm not saying it's industry changing, but to me it established Edge.
The Ric Flair one's before my time. I've seen it, like, but
before my time, but I've seen it.
Yeah, but I can't really recall week to week what was happening in the build up and then the aftermath of it, and I think that I do factor that in a lot with these heel turns. So yeah, for me, there's only 3 so far.
Yeah, and that's what you got to bear in mind. It's the aftermath.
Yep. Right, number 20 then. Matt Hardy turns on Jeff Hardy. Good heel turn.
Is it the Rumble?
Yeah, Jeff Hardy taking out... What? You're on about the 2008 turn? Or are you on about the early one? This is surely the one where Jeff's against Edge for the belt and Matt turns on him. It turns out Matt was the one that burned his sister, killed his dog. It's clearly a turn, surely.
Which one's that? 2009?
2008, is it now? Jeff's taking on Edge for the belt.
In the Rumble?
Or maybe 2009.
Aye, it's a 2009 Rumble.
2009.
That's what I about.
Aye, Matt Hardy cracks him with a chair.
Yeah.
It turns out Matt Hardy burnt his sister and all that shit.
Yes.
Aye, right. Well, that set up the classic WrestleMania 25 match.
Yeah, and then obviously the match at Backlash.
Which I thought was a really good match, and for some reason nobody really gives it its flowers. I tell you what, you want to talk about what's the best brawler match at WrestleMania? That could potentially be it. As much as I like Kane and Taker, I don't think they had great matches at Mania.
No,
First one was a lot superior to 20, but I would say that's the best. Well, people will say Brett and Owen, won't they?
Well,
give me that. Give me Jeff and Matt.
I can't remember that. I mean, what about the Usos?
What I remember is Matt won. It was a surprise.
Yeah.
Remember he hit the twist of fate when Jeff's neck stuck in the steel chair?
Brilliant.
He Jeff doing the big swanton off the ladder as well, and he missed. I thought it was great, and it set up Matt Hardy for a heel run. Unfortunately, Matt Hardy kind of just left the company not long after.
He did.
But then he went to TNA and he was a heel there, so... And Jeff was also a heel.
It was some good shit, pal.
Right, number 19, CM Punk attacks The Rock on Raw 1000. I thought this was a good heel turn out of nowhere. CM Punk was a big baby face. He was rivaling John Cena on Raw as the number one guy. And then obviously he attacked The Rock after The Rock's about to lay the smackdown on the Big Show. Punk out of nowhere, big clothesline on The Rock. And I mean, that was it was a clothesline that felt like a fucking prime sweet chin music for Michaels.
It did, but no. The problem is for me with this, it's like you're right. The week to week Fallout, you don't see The Rock after this.
No, you don't. But I mean,
you do see Punk.
And Punk went on. To me, this was probably the best run of Punk's career when Paul Heyman was by his side. And no, I mean, previously the stuff was good as well. But I think CM Punk's heel turn, and it was also part of his mega title reign. 434
just
days.
Makes you realise people buried wrestling here. Fucking give me it back. I need it.
Yep, and Punk was a defending champion. Well, he held the belt for over 400 days but barely defended it.
Yeah.
I mean, he had over 100 title defences.
And I think it is a pretty iconic moment in terms of Raw 1000. It's like the moment you remember from that.
But WWE are better. Like, look how quickly, as soon as Punk left, look how quickly they got Brock to break that record.
Oh, no.
And then Reigns has broke it. Wouldn't even be surprised if Cody breaks it. Anyway, right, moving on. Number 18, Scott Steiner joins the NWO. Just tosses Rick aside like a...
Yeah, I believe it was sold out. 98. I liked it. Great moment. And like I said, this is a monumental moment. It's the end of the Steiner brothers. It's Scott Steiner. You know, the hair is gone. It is Big Papa Pump becoming a main eventer. And that's industry changing. Yeah, the Steiners, one of the greatest tag teams I've done.
Kevin Owens betraying Sami Zayn changes nothing because in 2 years they'll be tag teaming again.
Yeah.
So I mean,
no, obviously the Steiners did go to tag team in TNA, but
yeah, but you're talking years later, right?
A decade.
We're not talking like a year later. They put it aside. Like even when you think of like the Hardys or Edge and Christian, whenever they turned, it did take a while for them to get back together.
And a good reason to get back together.
By the way, don't think Christian's heel turn on Edge is on this list.
It's not.
With the King of the Ring trophy and Christian getting jealous because the family were phoning Edge and not him. But, whatever.
And it was great.
Number 17, Trish Stratus turns on Chris Jericho, WrestleMania
2004.
Yeah, Jericho, Christian, massive heel turn here. Trish towards the end of the match, slapping Chris Jericho, causing him to lose the match. And not just turning on Chris Jericho, but hooking up with Christian, that creepy little bastard. And they went on to have like a decent wee run as a on-screen couple. So I mean, another good heel turn worthy of being on this list.
It began a pretty weird face run for Jericho, didn't it? Right through 2004.
It did.
Pretty, I remember him in the Survivor Series match. But here, I like this and definitely a memorable moment. 16, look at Guerrero turning on Ray.
I'm assuming this is over Dominic.
Or yes, it's 2005, yes. Just before that. It reads Guerrero S.A. Here, what a match, but...
Oh, what a story as well, though.
What a story, what a match.
Custody of Dominic, come on.
But Vicky Guerrero in that ladder spot.
No, but
Guerrero
I mean...
fucking screaming at him.
Definitely worthy of being on the list, and, come on, just... Great custody of a kid. I mean, what happened to me? What happened to days when we actually had stories? What have we got now? We've got nothing now. We've got Gunther coming out. The ring is sacred. I mean, fuck off, you boring bastard.
Anyway, 15, the halfway point, the mega powers explode, sorry. So, well, implode as well. But I tell you what, right, this is never my cup of tea. Like, 80s wrestling and into the 90s, early, it's not my favourite period, right? But see, trying to say that these guys exploding like this is only 15th and you've got shite above it, it's a fucking disgrace.
Yeah, absolutely. Disgrace.
Like, I mean, it sets up the Mania match. You've got Miss Elizabeth obviously in the middle, and it's like, it's Hulk fucking Hogan at the peak of his powers, folks, against like the second guy.
Yeah, 100%. So
to fucking pretend that Becky Lynch turning on Charlotte at SummerSlam was bigger than this, shite.
Aye, no.
Like, where is the stuff for like the 80s on this? There's barely anything.
Just trying to rewrite history.
Yeah.
Because the 80s, is probably... I wouldn't say it's the era that you'd most recognise McMahon for, but you'd feel like You feel
It's
like
the birthplace.
the further you go back, the more credit you have to give to McMahon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas they probably think the more recent stuff, you can say, well, it was other people involved.
No, absolutely
But
right.
I think the further back you go, McMahon had more of a say.
Yes.
Anyway, right, or well, obviously had a say, but
Right,
yeah, it was like the
14th,
only
Bob
say.
Backlund snaps on Bret Hart. I believe it was, 1993?
This one doesn't really do it for me, I'm going to be honest.
No, it doesn't. Let's just call it. Nothing Bob Backlund does it for me. See, anytime this guy turned up sporadically, whether it was a Rumble or a fucking Raw, I was like, how is this guy even world champ feuding with Bret Hart and Diesel?
Yeah, Bob Backlund, I've got to call it out because we call it out now, but he just didn't look like a star back then.
No.
He just looked like a guy in a pair of trunks.
Did he have leverage? Did he have something over McMahon? I don't know. But he's obviously bigger than these guys. But he's like the 80s, 90s Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, isn't he?
Yeah, but he was the only one really in the main event scene back then, so he kind of got away with it.
Yeah.
For him, it was a unique look.
No, but the fact that Diesel beat him in like 7 seconds sums it up. But this doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, number 13, Shane McMahon turns on The Miz. Just not for me.
When was this? I know it.
I know they were a tag team. I think heading into Mania.
Miz's dad.
Was it the Bar? Did they lose to the Bar? Can't really recall, but
No, it's mad. That's like 6, 7 years ago.
this is not number 13. Shouldn't be.
No.
That shouldn't be on the list.
No.
It was really poor. Number 12, Paul Bear turns on The Undertaker. Assuming this is what, 97, 98?
Yeah.
With this,
Undertaker. He turned on him quite a bit, to be fair. Didn't he?
he did, but you know what? Good turn, on-screen father, bringing out Kane.
Real fucking stories.
Yeah, real story, real people, buddy. So I definitely worthy being on the list. Number 11, Batista turns on Ray. Another very good turn after the Fatal 4-Way match. Batista, he's not happy. Pretty much blames Rey Mysterio for him losing. Ray, I'm gonna hurt you.
I'm gonna hurt your ass, Ray.
And he battered Ray, and it was a good beatdown as well. And I mean, it was a pretty good heel turn, so no complaints there. Number 10, Triple H attacks Bryan, leading to Randy Orton cashing in Money in the Bank at SummerSlam. Could it be in the top 30? I mean, maybe. Should it be number 10? No.
No, but again, at least it's a big moment. I mean, 2013, I believe it was. At least it's Triple H. It's pretty much the debut of the Authority to a point. Attacking Bryan, which leads to Orton cashing in. At least it's a big moment, big ramifications, and it's like the end of Daniel Bryan's title reign. So, for me, it's just at least it's something. It's not just it's a wee beat up backstage. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Number 9, Nikki Bella turns on Brie Bella.
Remote.
This can't be in the top 9.
I can't even fucking remember what pay-per-view what happened. There's more Authority stuff. Isn't
Yeah, it was Stephanie McMahon, I think, feuding with Brie Bella, so she got Nikki to turn on her. I guess it was not bad for the time, but I refuse to believe it's number 9 of all time.
No, it's not. It's just fucking straight up lies.
It's not better than any of the other female stuff. It's not better than Trish turning on Jericho or Lita betraying Kane.
Is it as good as Bayley attacking Becky Lynch? Oh, it might be.
Oh, I'd say it's better than that, just 'cause at least I can recall this turn.
Yeah.
Couldn't even tell you what Bayley did to Becky Lynch. Number 8, Jimmy Uso turns on Jey Uso. Just bloodline stuff.
You've seen one Samoan super kick. You've seen them all. And what did it fucking lead to?
The shitest brother match at all time.
Exactly. So there you go.
An absolute stinker.
Yeah. Honestly, probably one of the worst matches in Mania. See if you take out people that are past it and celebrity gimmick matches and things like that. Fucking, I think it's up there.
Yeah, but normally for a match to get this length of time, it needs to be a top match. This match got a long time and was shite.
Yeah.
At least if it was 5 minutes, it would have been over quicker.
Jey Uso's just a shite worker.
Yes.
And by extension, so is Jimmy, because they're twins.
They're the same people, damn it. Number 7. Lucky number 7. Becky Lynch turns on Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam. Can't even recall it.
No.
Crap.
And if we can't recall it, man, then what can we say? And what did it lead to? Nothing. You got enough.
Yeah. Now we're moving into the top 6 now, and we have 2 turns that are in literally the last 3 months. When right, number 6, Xavier Woods and Kofi turn on Big E. When did they turn on him? Was this the Netflix debut?
No, it was December.
December, right?
Right, this shouldn't be on the list, right? Is the initial is the moment worthy of being on the top 30? I think lower ends, yes, but see the fallout, nowhere fucking near.
Yeah, but this is clearly Triple H trying to put a lot of his current stuff in this.
Yo, if this turn was any fucking good, we'd still be talking about it. And you could argue, well, you're talking about it right now. No, it would still be a pretty big part of WWE television.
It's flopped. 100% it's flopped.
Yo, they literally had a match against the LWO, and there's even a mention of it. Where's Big E? Big E's doing fucking pre-show and post-show things, not giving a fuck.
Number 5, Dominic turns on his father, Rey Mysterio. Another pretty recent turn.
You know what?
I mean, it's a good one, but I just don't think...
To me, I don't think the initial moment's better than the New Day one, but the follow-up has been. They have consistently feuded with each other.
Dead be dead.
For the past few years.
Aye, so I mean, I think that's a good one. I just don't think it's number 5 all time. I really don't.
No, it's nowhere near, man. It does it deserve to be like 27th? Potentially. You know what I mean? It's not very often you see a son turn on his father in the wrestling business. Right, into the top 4. Shawn Michaels turns on Marty Jannetty. Now, this is a fucking heel turn. Iconic. Through the barbershop window. Bang, bang. Good night. Absolutely brilliant. And I tell you what, it should be higher. I think 4's a fucking injustice.
Alright, you say it should be... You say 4th's an injustice, but would you not argue that 4th is pretty good, though? I mean...
No, it is good, but for me, it should be higher than 2 above it, and therefore I think it is a bit of injustice.
No, I agree, but I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I think the top 3 are shite, 'cause I think the top 3 are good.
Well, the top 3 are good.
But yeah, for me, I think that Shawn Michaels... I would probably have it 2nd, if not 3rd.
I'd put it 2nd, because it fucking... Yeah, did it bury Marty Jannetty? Yeah, but that wasn't the objective. The objective was to make fucking Shawn Michaels.
And it made him. Fucking made him all
right. Without this, we are talking about Sean Hickenbottom, who got released in '93.
Also, speaking of Shawn Michaels, what about Jericho ramming his face into the Jerrytron 8000?
What about Michaels' turn on Hogan?
Nah, just...
What about Triple H turn on Michaels?
DX, yep.
Like, fucking... You know, but you see how quickly we've just they've rhymed off the tongue, man.
You tell me, Johnny Gargano's better than those turns?
It's a fucking disgrace, man.
Not a chance.
Right, 3rd on the list. Seth Rollins turns on the Shield. Is it the best heel turn in the last 15 years? Yes, I think it is. I think just the problem for me with it is I think they watered the Shield down. They've reunited like, 3 times since then. Then Ambrose turned on him. And then also... Why has Seth Rollins got such a fucking problem with Roman Reigns? Like, see if you actually think of it, like the whole they're feuding in 2025 and Rollins is like, oh, Roman Reigns is bad. It's like you put this shitstorm in motion. He's the one that put the fucking steel chair to their back.
Everything that Seth Rollins accuses Roman Reigns of doing, he done it earlier in the Authority.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Roman dominated. He used his bloodline to have a 4-year title reign and cheat. Well, you used the Authority to win the championship and main event and hold on to your world title, so what's the difference?
And that's why...
it feels very hypocritical, but it's almost like Seth says, I apologise for what I done. Well, what does Roman Reigns need to come out and say sorry, then that's it?
But that's why
forgiven.
You look at Triple H Michaels, it's like... Triple H felt aggrieved for what happened in the 90s, and like, you Michaels, you always tried to hold people back, but now I'm the star and I'm going to fucking put you in the ground, sort of thing. And then from 2002 onwards, anytime Michaels and Triple H feuded, Triple H was the heel and Michaels was the face. I mean, could you imagine in like 05 if it was a heel Michaels against a face Triple H? It wouldn't have fucking worked.
No, it would not have, right? Number 2, Hogan joins the NWO. I mean, this should be one. It is number 1. They can put it number 2 if they want, but we all know this is the real deal.
No, this is the real deal. I don't give 2 fucks.
I mean, look at the reaction from the crowd. Look what it went on to create. biggest faction in the history. It
Yeah.
also went on to pretty much have WCW wipe the floor with WWE.
Yeah, well, it did, and I think the problem you've got to look at the fallout. It created the fucking NWO, right? It's getting talked about 29 years later, folks. That can't be taken lightly, and they actually followed fucking up on it. See with Cena's one, which we'll get to in a second. We are a couple of weeks removed now, and nothing's happened.
You know, Hogan and Nash are still fucking cashing in those royalty checks off those NWO shirts to this day.
Yep. Sadly, Hall's not, but I mean, in terms of it changed the business. It just fucking. I'm talking about industry defining.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
This saved wrestling in the 90s.
I'm pretty sure Nash actually bought Hall's steaks off him.
I think he does, so they're still floating about then. But this is number one, right? To me, this began an era, and I'll be honest. I think the only one that comes close to it is Austin and McMahon, but it's not even on the fucking list because I think this begun the era in the 90s. This is like, I'm not saying this is the Attitude Era beginning, but that's that sort of era. I think this is the point where wrestling went from being completely fucking goofy to being like cool.
Yep.
And then McMahon and Austin shaking hands signifies the end of the Attitude Era as we knew it. And that's why I think I would have that as my 1 and 2, but I would have this one as a clear one probably. But speaking of one, it's Cena turning on Cody.
Like, great turn, but let's just be honest. They're only doing this because it's current. They're only doing this to try and put over Cody Rhodes. That's the reason this is number one. Trying to rewrite history. Trying to tell you this is the biggest heel turn of all time. This is the biggest deal. Basically signifying and insinuating that Cody Rhodes is the biggest babyface of all time and that this has got the biggest impact. When it just doesn't. Yeah. Was it a surprise? Yes, of course it was. But it was like, it's 15 years too late, isn't it?
Yep.
13 years too late.
That's the problem. Now here, see if Cena turned heel and he appeared on Raw and SmackDown with The Rock and the ratings, like, quadrupled in size and then they fucking, like, doubled again and wrestling legitimately went through a boom period and it was suddenly great for 5 years, I'd be like, well, you know what? Hogan may have saved it in the 90s, but Cena did the fucking unthinkable and somehow saved it in 2025. But the reality is...
I mean, all John Cena's doing is saving Africa with some shitey film
Yeah, and
sets.
that's another thing. If he was the greatest heel turn of all time, Cena'd be here. He wouldn't be filming some shitey movie.
Yeah, there would be a demand. Like, could you imagine if Hogan joined NWO and then told Bischoff, I need to take a month off, by the way?
Yeah.
Be like, what?
And also what you had, though, with that, you had Hall and Nash. It wasn't just fucking dependent on Hogan.
Yeah, it wasn't. Look at fucking Travis Scott.
Was he going to come out and cut The Rock and Cena's promos? Anyway, folks, that's it for this list. Undertaker, Batter and JR, not on this. Hey, join the Kiss My Ass Club, JR. You saying I'm a kiss ass? I mean, where's that?
Yeah, not there.
There's a million during the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
The Rock and Deadly Games.
Yeah, no, 100%. There's just so many that should be on this.
Yeah, like, honestly, see if you went through each year individually, like, for the good years, you could come up with fucking 30 that should be above, like, most on this. It's mental.
Even Paul Heyman turning on RVD and ECW was a better turn.
Yeah. Fucking, yes.
Colin Delaney betraying fucking Tommy Dreamer. Anything, man, this is a shite list.
It's a shite list.
Shite list of the highest proportions.
Some greatness on it here, folks, but broken clock's right twice a day. Anyway, Big John, looking depressed, looking at Johnny Gargano like a bit of dog
What the
shite.
fuck are you doing here?
Like a bit of dog shite in the bottom of his boot. Till then, though. Peace.